I'm making this video because somebody in our Facebook group asked about how to whisk 6 egg whites in the main bowl of the Ankarsrum without making a mess. This is the photograph they sent through, and as you can see, the egg whites, not only have they risen above the level of the top of the dough roller, it's kind of got into the rubber part as well, so it's a bit messy. If you want to basically just mix that many egg whites and more actually without having to supervise, I recommend using the beater bowl and the balloon whisks. You can definitely beat a lot more eggs than that in the main bowl, but as you'll see from this video, you will have to keep an eye on it and you'll have to supervise it and nursemaid it a little bit more. I start the mixer on low and I add the cream of tartar. With the mixer running on low, I then add the sugar. With a lot of meringue recipes that you see, they will tell you to add the sugar very gradually, and if you're making something that's entirely meringue based, then I recommend you follow that guidance. I'm using these egg whites to make a chiffon cake, so I don't want massive bubbles, I want a very fine crumb in my cake. I know from past experience that I can leave the mixer unsupervised for around 8 minutes, so to be safe, I'm going to set it to around 5 minutes and leave that unsupervised. When I come back at around the 4-minute mark, I see that it's still doing okay, which is why I've set it for another 4 minutes. The reason I'm watching it so closely is that I don't want to risk the egg whites rising above the level of the top of the beater. So that's why I'm coming back now. So after around 5 minutes, I'm no longer leaving the mixer unsupervised. I'm standing right next to it, and as you can see, I am manually pulling the dough roller back towards the center of the bowl now and then. I started with it in the position of the roller pressed against the edge of the bowl, but now every few moments I'm just pulling it back. I have exactly the same quantity of egg whites that the other person had, but you can see that I'm keeping my egg whites under control by every now and then just moving the roller. It is still very much rising above the level there, but I'm not making a mess. As you can see, although I have the same quantity of egg whites as the other person, I'm able to avoid making a bit of a mess by pulling the roller in from time to time. The issue with this technique is that although it avoids the mess, it does require you to be on standby the whole time. So if I wanted to beat more than 5 egg whites, because 5 egg whites you can leave unsupervised in the main bowl for about 8 minutes, it's going to whisk up faster in the beater bowl. So if you really want to whisk up more than 5 eggs, maybe up to, I think they take about 20 egg whites, I would possibly do that in the beater bowl, just because you're not going to run the risk of it creeping all the way up into the roller like this. However, if you are happy sticking around and watching the bowl go round and round and pulling the dough roller into the middle every now and then clearly you can see that there is plenty of space in the main bowl for you to beat lots and lots of egg whites. So it really depends on your particular style of baking.